Life of a Beautiful Mind, and welcome back to the channel. What's up, beautiful minds? Welcome back to the channel. So, 3 days in for the new year, and I'm super excited. Did you write your letter? You still have time. One to yourself and then one to the Trinity. That was one of the assignments in the 30 days of power. So, listen up. We are in the Old Testament today. The message that I have is coming from the Old Testament, right? And it's in the book of Deuteronomy. I don't even know how I got in the Old Testament because I was really into the New Testament these last couple days, but I got into the Old Testament and I came across Deuteronomy 31. And this is where Moses has given the authority over to Joshua. Moses got the instruction to give everything over to Joshua. Joshua is now the new leader. Joshua has a new assignment to get the children of Israel over to the promised land. So that's just like us. We prepared for our new assignment. 30 days of power prepared us for our new assignment for 2025. And that's what's going on here. And when I read that, I said, this is good. So just like we have been preparing for our new assignment, Joshua is now getting prepared to be the new leader to get the children of Israel to the promised land. That's you. That's you, Joshua. That's us. That's us. We are on our way to our next assignment. And with that assignment, of course, it's going to be some instructions. Joshua got his instructions. And I want to read chapter 31, verse 6. Moses tells Joshua, first he tells the children of Israel, be strong and of good courage. Do not fear. Do not be afraid of them. For the Lord your God will not forsake you. He will be with you. Powerful. Don't be afraid of them. Who are them? Anything seen or unseen that's getting in the way. That's getting in your way of completing your purpose. And that could be a day-to-day thing. That could be something you're doing minute by minute. Only you know the purpose. Only you know the assignment, right? But we know that we're staying at his feet. So then we get to verse 7. Moses then calls to Joshua and says, be strong and of good courage. This is Moses telling Joshua, because Joshua is now the new leader. You are the new leader. We are getting our assignment instructions. Okay. So then Moses called Joshua and said to him, in the sight of all of Israel, you are getting your new instructions in the sight of everyone. No one can hear these instructions but you. That's the great part about it. And once you get these instructions, you are going to know what to do, and you're going to do it in the front of everybody. And they're going to know. They're going to know that these instructions are strictly coming to you, downloading to you from the Holy Spirit. So with your new assignment comes instructions. Listen for the instructions that Moses gave to Joshua. Be strong and of good courage, for you must go with this people to the land which the Lord has sworn to their fathers to give them, and you shall cause them to inherit it. You shall cause them to inherit it. Your family, your friends, whomever, you, yourself, get yourself to the next level. Get yourself to the next land. Get yourself to the land of milk and honey. You are the new leader. You have been placed in charge. The assignment is yours, and with the assignment comes instructions. And in those instructions, you are going to know exactly what you're supposed to do. The foundation of the instructions, though, is do not be afraid. Do not fear them. For the Lord your God is with you. He will not forsake you. Those are your most important instructions. The rest of the instructions that you are going to receive are going to come to you, like I said, in messages. between you and the Holy Spirit. In some of the 30 Days of Power video, I showed you different messages that I had been receiving that I would have took as regular messages had I not been in my word. So because you're in your word, you are going to know and recognize the the messages for your assignment. So just like Joshua has become the new leader, you are the new leader. You are Joshua. You are taking the children of Israel to the promised land. And you have your assignment. Now you are getting your instructions. Do not fear them. Do not be afraid. Those are your base instructions for your assignment. You are the next leader. You have been placed in charge of getting yourself to the promised land. That is very important. That's a big assignment. And it's not just going to be for you, as you know, it's also going to be your children, your family, your community. And it doesn't necessarily have to be physically getting them all there, but when they start to see you glow up through the Holy Spirit, they're going to want to know what's going on, what you got going on, and they're going to want to know, and you will be able to tell them what your assignment is, what you've been doing, and how you are doing it. You're staying at his feet. You're reading your word. You are the next leader. You have been selected. Like Joshua, Moses had to tell Joshua, you are the new leader. Moses had to tell Joshua that you are the new leader. Just like I'm telling you, you are the new leader to get yourself and the children to Israel, to the promised land. Okay? So, and I feel like this falls in so perfectly because we've been doing our 30 days of power. So we know that we have to position ourselves so that we can get our next assignment. And our new assignment is leadership. Leadership. You are now in charge. You are responsible for reading your word. You are responsible for making sure you complete what it is that the Holy Spirit has put down inside of you to complete. And here's the part where it separates us all, is because we all have an individual spiritual plan that the Holy Spirit has placed down in us. So my plan is not your plan, but the basics of the foundation of the instructions is, do not be afraid. Do not fear them. You are in charge. You are the leader to get them to the next location, the next spot, the next level. You have been placed in charge like Joshua. Isn't that exciting? And the Lord your God, the same God then, same God now, will not forsake you. He will not leave you. So as long as you hold tight to that, as you get to the next, as you get to the promised land, you will be just fine. This is in Deuteronomy 31. Go in and read it. Joshua, you are the next leader. You have your assignment. You've been preparing for this assignment, and now you know what it is. Well, at least you know what the instructions are. At least you know what the assignment entails, and that is to get to the promised land. How you are going to do it is up to you. How you are going to prepare and get to the promised land. You have your instructions. Do not fear. Do not be afraid. So that's the word today. It's in Deuteronomy 31. I'll probably go over it again because I'm super excited for you that you have been selected as the leader to get your family, to get yourself to the promised land. Don't skip out. Read the instructions. Go in. It's in the Old Testament. We're in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy 31. Joshua is now the new leader to get the children of Israel to the promised land. And who does that remind you of? You, because you've been preparing, right? Remember, we've been preparing for our next assignment, and this is it, to get yourself to the promised land. Do not be afraid. Deuteronomy 31, the Old Testament. What's up, beautiful minds? Thank you for watching my channel, and I'll be back with another video.